My God, I hate drugs.
Ginugunita ngayong araw ang International Human Rights Day at kasabay ng okasyon ang kilos protesta ng ilang grupo. Magtitipon sila mamaya sa Mendiola para kondenahin ang umano'y paglabag sa karapatang pantao ng Administrasyong Duterte. Bahagi ng rally ang ilang artwork tampok ang iba't ibang imahe ni Pangulong Duterte. Meron din ginawang mukhang aso ang Pangulo at may hit-hit na sigarilyo. Ang isang imahe, ginawang kamukha ng Pangulo ang diktador na si Adolf Hitler, habang ang isa pa nilagyan naman siya ng sungay. Ayon sa grupong Karapatan, layo ng mga gumawa ng mga artwork na ipakita sa publiko ang tunay na imahe ni Pangulong Duterte. Kasalukuyang tinatalakay ng security at defense officials sa mga senador ang kanilang rekomendasyong palawigin pa ng 1 taon ang martial law sa Mindanao. Isinailalim sa batas militar ang rehiyon nang umatake ang Maute Group sa syudad ng Marawi, Mayo noong nakaraang taon. At sakaling aprubahan ng Kongreso sa kanilang joint session, ito na ang ikatlong beses na ma-extend ang martial law sa Mindanao. Makibalita tayo hinggil sa security briefing nasa Senado ang aming correspondent na si Joyce Ilas. Joyce.
Pinky, nagpapatuloy pa rin nga ang security briefing dito sa Senado para nga sa posibleng pagpapalawig ng martial law sa Mindanao. Executive meeting ang mangyayari. Ibig sabihin nito, closed door ang sesyon at naghihintay pa tayo na lumabas nga ang mga opisyal mula sa kanilang pagpupulong. Nandito ngayon sa Senado sina National Defense Secretary Delfin Lorenzana, AFP Chief of Staff General Carlito Galvez, Cabinet Secretary Carlo Nograles at Interior Secretary Eduardo Año na siya ring itinalaga bilang martial law administrator. Kung matatandaan, umiling si Pangulong Duterte ng 1 taon pang extension ng martial law sa Mindanao matapos itong irekomenda ng PNP, AFP at DND. Anila, mas naging mapayapa daw kasi ang rehiyon sa ilalim ng martial law at mayroon pang ilang mga rebelde ang kailangan supilin. Bago itong briefing na ito, hati ang pananaw ng ilang mga senador sa pagpapalawig pa ng martial law. Ang ilan, naniniwalang wala ng basehan para palawigin pa ang martial law. Pero ang iba naman, handa raw bumoto pabor dito kung kailangan daw talaga sa rehiyon. Kung maaprubahan, ito na ang ikatlong pagkakataon kung sakaling papalawigin niya ulit ang martial law. Unang isinailalim ang Mindanao sa martial law bilang tugon sa pag-atake ng mga terorista sa Marawi noong May 2017. Tumagal ang bakbakan doon sa loob ng 5 buwan bago tuluyang nasugpo ng mga otoridad ang mga terorista. Samantala, sinabi rin sa CNN Philippines si Senior Associate Justice Antonio Carpio na walang limitasyon sa extension ng martial law hanggat nandoon ang mga batayan sa pagpapatuloy nito. Magtatapos sa December 31 ang kasalukuyang martial law sa Mindanao. Ayon kay Senate President Tito Soto, inaasahan na sa Miyerkules o sa December 12 magsasagawa ng joint session ng Kamara at ang Senado para talakayin at pagbotohan ang muling pagpapalawig ng martial law sa Mindanao. Thank you.
So isa yan sa dapat nating abangan, Joyce, ang magiging joint session ng Kongreso. Maraming salamat sa iyo, Joyce Ilas, nag-uulat. Nauna nang inilahad nila Defense Secretary Delfin Lorenzana at PNP Chief Oscar Albayalde ang mga dahilan kung bakit kailangang palawigin ang martial law. Sinabi ni Lorenzana sa CNN Philippines na tuloy-tuloy pa rin ang operasyon ng mga teroristang grupo sa Mindanao at binabantayan din nila ang mga ulat ng pagpasok ng mga teroristang galing sa Indonesia, Malaysia at sa Middle East. Giit naman ni Albayalde, malaki ang naitulong ng martial law sa Mindanao para mabawasan ang krimen sa rehiyon.
There are still terrorists lurking around Mindanao. There's still remnants of Maute. Since they're already small, it's very difficult to look for them. They're still in central Mindanao. Some of them are being protected by the BIFF in central in the Ligwas and Mars area. There are still Abu Sayyaf in Holo and Basilan. Not so much in Tawi-Tawi. Tawi-Tawi is a little bit more peaceful than the two other islands. So that's one. Second is the BOL plebiscite will occur in January 19. And I think we should be there also to protect the plebiscite. And then there is this midterm election. I would follow the recommendation of the Chief of Staff. I would also recommend the extension of martial law for another year. Advance Malacanang has submitted the the letter to Congress because the law says that the President should ask Congress for the extension. So we are going to appear before Congress and explain to them why we need another extension of martial law.
The crime volume dropped by 28,853 or 32.8% because of the implementation of martial law and of course because of the forces present there. We have recorded a drop of 44.2% on index crimes. That includes murder and also the recovery of almost 10,000 loose firearms. Tourists still go to Mindanao, and I think if we check on the volume of tourists that went to Mindanao, probably it even went up, no? Because of the security.
Ayon naman kay Supreme Court Senior Associate Justice Antonio Carpio, walang nakasaad sa saligang batas kung hanggang ilang beses lamang maaaring magdeklara ng martial law sa bansa.
As long as the grounds exist, the grounds for declaring martial law continue, then you can continue with martial law.
Walang limit as to...
There's no limit, yes.
Sa mga balitang abroad sa France, inaasahang magbibigay ng mensahe ngayong araw si French President Emmanuel Macron sa gitna ng sunod-sunod na karahasan sa bansa. Noong Sabado, nasa higit 100,000 ang nagprotesta sa mga kalsada ng Paris para tutulan ang pagtaas ng presyo ng langis sa bansa. Ipinoprotesta din nila ang mga pulisiya ni Macron. Ayon kay French Interior Minister Christophe Castaner, higit 1,000 ang inaresto ng mga otoridad, habang higit 100 naman ang nasugatan dahil sa mga pagkilos. Higit 20 milyong mga residente naman sa Estados Unidos ang nasa ilalim ng winter weather alerts dahil sa malakas na pag-ulan ng niebe. Ayon sa weather officials, asahang aabot sa 12 hanggang 20 inches ang kapal ng snow na dala ng winter storm. Dahil dito wala ring kuryente ang nasa higit 250 milyong customer mula sa North at South Carolina, Alabama, Tennessee at Georgia. Pahirapan din ang pagbiyahe ng mga sasakyan sa kalsada at ilang flights na rin ang nakansela dahil sa winter storm. Sa US pa rin nakatanggap ng maagang pamasko mga pasyente sa isang children's hospital sa Wisconsin. Binisita at hinarana kasi sila ng singer na si Jason Mraz. Isang 17 taong gulang na epilepsy patient na maswerteng hinarana ni Mraz na naging emosyonal nang makita ang mga awit.
Oh, well, here's to the hearts that you're gonna break. Here's to the lives that you're gonna change. Here's to the infinite possible ways to love you. I want you to have it. Here's to the good times you're gonna have. You don't need much.
Senador Antonio Trillanes pumunta na sa korte para magpiyansa sa mga kasong libelo. At alamin ang mensahe ni dating Senador Bong Revilla sa kanyang pagdalo sa flag raising ceremony sa Bacoor City sa Cavite. Manatiling nakatutok sa balitaan sa CNN Philippines.
With that, other matters, Joseph, okay, please.
Sir, you issued a statement before, no? Kay dun sa acquittal ni former Senator Revilla.
Yes.
But just to belabor the point, what does the palace think of the decision na acquitting the former senator?
Well, our statement is that we bow to the decision of the court. We have never interfered and never will we interfere.
What do you think will the effect be on the other pork barrel cases like the ones against former Senator Enrile and Estrada?
Again, that will depend on the evidence presented by the prosecution in those cases you mentioned. It's the court's call. The constitutional duty is imposed on them to decide on the basis of evidence. We will not interfere.
Sir, the president said before, no, na parang before way back na lalabas si Senator Revilla. Do you think this has
Lalabas?
any?
What do you mean lalabas?
I mean, may statement siya na gano'n na parang. Do you think that has an effect on this case or none?
First, I don't remember him saying that. When was this? Second, I don't think any statement coming from the president with respect to a personal opinion will
Influence.
affect any influence on the part of the judiciary. These are men of independence and probity. They will decide on the basis of law and evidence. Any accused or party litigant agreed or is not satisfied with the decision, there are legal remedies available under the law. They can always go to the higher courts.
Sir, just one last point on the case, no? The court decided na yung chief of staff niya and Ms. Napoles are guilty. But there was a dissent from one of the justices who voted against the acquittal that said that it is impossible for Attorney Cambe and Ms. Napoles to access the PDAF because it is under the control of the lawmaker. I ask this because this is probably the heart of all the other PDAF cases pending before the Sandigan Bayan. What's the palace's?
Again, we will repeat what I said earlier. We will not interfere with the courts. We will bow to the decision of the court. Dissenting opinion will always be there, but our rule is that majority prevails. So we will abide by that.
Okay.
Anybody, again, as I said, who questions that can always go to the higher courts.
With due respect, sir, this is not
again?
probably with due respect, no? I'm asking about your position, whether you agree that anyone outside of probably a staff could probably do plunder.
First, I'm not privy to that. Second, the executive neither is privy to that. Two, strictly speaking, the court will have to decide on the basis of evidence presented to it by the prosecution and decide. We can indulge in speculation, but again, the rule of law will always prevail. We have to bow to the majesty of the law, regardless of who are involved.
All right, cool. Thanks.
Thank you, Joseph. NPC, question? Wala na. Nestor, please.
Morning, sir.
Yes, good morning.
Sir, Presidential son Paulo Duterte posted on his Facebook account list of groups and individuals, which includes Vice President Robredo, Justice Carpio, some journalists, and even top companies in the country, allegedly plotting against the government. Robredo has slammed this as irresponsible because there were no proofs of evidence regarding their alleged involvement in the said destabilization efforts. What's the palace take on this, sir? Is Malacanang supporting these claims of the presidential son?
First, we are not privy to the list issued by the former vice mayor. Number two, the president always respects the freedom of expression. And the vice mayor then may have some reasons for issuing such a list. We do not know. And anybody who feels aggrieved, they can always refute the allegation contained in the list. That is the beauty of democracy. There will be, as the saying goes, free market of ideas and expressions.
Will the president talk to his son regarding this alleged list of groups and individuals?
The president, as a policy, doesn't talk to the children with respect to their principled positions or political decisions.
Having this such claim, sir, from the former vice mayor, is this a cause of concern for Malacanang?
As I said, the president respects. So I'm sure the former vice mayor is competent enough to explain his position on the matter.
Nestor, follow-up. Number. Thank you, Nestor. And follow-up on that issue, Chona, bago mag-shift sa...
Pero sir, this statement coming from a presidential son and concerning the president, isn't the palace bothered about it?
You know,
Concerned?
the former vice mayor is a son. And all sons will react to any plot, any conspiracy that he perceives to be against the father. So it is his right to react on certain things that he knows that we do not know of.
Follow up. Jonah. Still on the plot? Follow up?
Will the
Okay.
palace
Jonah,
not
Jonah.
Is your